Hello, and thank you for coming up and checking on my channel. And I'm very glad that this video, the first video that I did showcasing Syokimau Dam, generated a lot of interest. And many of you in the comment section requested that we have a look at the inlet. The initial video basically looked at the outlet and it showcased how this water goes downwards and joins Mbagathi River. If you haven't seen that video, please make sure that you go and watch it and understand why flooding happens in these areas. So today's video is basically going to be looking at the inlet flows to understand how this water moves to get to Syokimau Dam. The idea is also to probably answer the question as to why some very famous estates around Syokimau continuously flood. All right, and so if you look at the dam, we discussed the inlet, but you can clearly see that this around this area is where we have the inlet. And so, similar to what we did last time, if you do a follow up, you'll see that this water comes and crosses Beijing Road to get into Syokimau Dam. And right here, you have the Olonyori apartments. And so, one of the questions that we want to ask ourselves is if we continuously have rain, and the forecast also predicted that this week, the week of the 15th to 20th May 2024, we are going to have a little bit more rain this week. So it's to see whether areas like Olonyori will actually flood and to understand how the water also gets into Syokimau Dam. But if you come and follow this little seasonal river, remember in our previous video we articulated the seasonality of this river, and so traditionally you would not be able to see you'd not be able to see these rivers because they're seasonal. They don't carry water all the time. So most of the people try to, build infrastructure around these areas because they've never seen water. And the assumption is that, there's no water, so we can build. And over time, it becomes a very, very grave situation. So you can see how the water moves, right? The water basically comes and there is a building here, right? There's a building here that literally is on the waterway. And this area seems to be a little bit of a swampy area, and you can tell that by the greenness of the area. And so if you look at how this is now Katani Road, you can see very clearly that these particular buildings, maybe I'll bust them up a little bit so that we see this is B Energy Katani Road, right? This is B Energy Katani Road. It's clearly on some kind of waterway. There is also some kind of waterway around the 360 lane, right? And so if you continuously follow, I'll take it down a little bit. If you continuously follow this, you can actually see how this water is going around this path. Um, you can see this is the waterway around this path right here. And we get to Kiungani Road. Okay, we get to Kiungani Road where you have the Springville Park, where you have the Riverside Close 507. Now, Kiungani Road is very interesting, okay, because again on Kiungani Road, we have quite a number of estates that have flooded in the past. So maybe what I could do is, I'll just come. This is Syokimau Dam, and we can go ahead and seek directions from, say, 360 apartments. So you have 360 apartments, phase one, so that we understand the distance. So you can see the dam is here. You can now, perfect actually, it's perfectly understandable if we do it like this. You then get to see the waterway right here, and this waterway literally goes right past 360 apartments. Yeah, 360 apartments is right here. Okay, and this is on Katani Road. Okay, this is on Katani Road. Is this Katani Road? Yes, this is on Katani Road. Okay, so it's a distance, but you can actually see. You can actually see very clearly that the waterway, passes right outside this place, this particular estate. And maybe this now would be a very, very good way to understand why this entire area, floods, right? So the inlet is here. Okay, the inlet is here, and it goes right above. This is Syokimau, so the inlet goes right above, the 360 apartments, and it carries forward. It goes. You can see here how it goes, and then it gets to Kiungani Road. Okay, and from Kiungani Road you have the Springville. So it's a little bit of a distance here, 23 minutes, about 1.7 kilometers from 360 court to the dam. And then now you have these other estates. So if you continuously also follow, right, you can see here there are quite a number of waterways. There's a waterway that goes this direction. This is a waterway here, albeit small, but there is still this waterway that comes this direction, at around the area of King's Gate Estate, right on the waterway. And then you have the Palm Nest airport suites. And then right here on the Syokimau Airport Road, um, this waterway takes a turn, and you can see like there's a there's a placeholder here that holds quite an amount of water, and now this then goes upwards, right? It goes upwards and comes to this swampy marsh. Okay, comes to this swampy marsh here. So all this area is a swampy marsh. Or you have the Mwenje Resort. All this is literally a water holding area. Okay, you can see whatever this is, Sun Flag and all these places are probably built on this swampy marsh. And if we probably continuously look, you can tell that this is actually the airport, right? All this is swampy marsh. Yeah, so probably a lot of water that comes from across the national park, right, gets past these buildings and comes into this marshy area. And from this marshy area, yeah, you can actually also see some waterways right after the road. There's some water. There's a lot of water around this area of Mombasa Road after you cross the road from Syokimau Airport Road. So basically, this is what it is, right? So most of this water collects here, and it now comes downwards, okay, on Syokimau Road, comes downwards and takes a turn around Riverside Close. Even these names are very interesting. Riverside. Who gave these areas these names? And you can also see there are marshes around. There's so many marshes. So this water goes downwards actually and creates a small marsh somewhere around here. So it would be worthwhile to check, whether the area around Kingdom Come Church. There's a big estate here. I'm not sure what estate this is. The area around Azania Physical Lab. Yeah, so this seems to be a marshy area. Yeah, so it would be good to check. And you can see all these greens, a clear indicator that you have a lot of water that settles around this area. And it is very, very clear. I mean, if you follow this, um, you will easily tell how this marsh moves, and when there's a lot of water, how for example now, yeah, it gets to 360 court on the Katani Road, on the Syokimau Katani Road, and it goes onwards, right, and crosses and dumps all the water into Syokimau Dam. So essentially, um, this is purely for information, just to showcase that it is good if we have that ability to check some of these things, before we buy property, um, we're moving into rented spaces. It is always good to see whether you're surrounded by water or any other natural bodies, that can create havoc for you. Um, you can imagine the losses, if you're driving and you stay in a place where you have rampant flooding, you know, you lose the car through water damage. For example, if you're staying ground or first floor, we've seen some houses flooding up to first floor. So again, it's literally you shopping again for items um, that you lose through water. There's also the aspect of disease. You can get yourself mixed up with all the waterborne diseases that are there, and your family ends up in a very, very bad situation. So this is just a short video that acts as part two of the initial video that we had looked into, as to where the inlet of the Syokimau Dam is. And I hope that this now presents the full picture of how the water comes in from the swampy areas around the airport, and how now the water goes out and joins Mbagathi River down towards Athi River area. So I hope this video helps. I hope that it provides for you clarity. And if you stay around these areas, in the previous video, um, I got a couple of comments, people indicating or showcasing that we don't have an understanding towards this area. I mean, I'm just using satellite layers. These are real pictures taken from space. And when you are looking at the satellite layer, it showcases to you how the land looks like. So if an area is traditionally dry, this is how this is how it would ideally look like. But if an area has a little bit of swampiness, this is what you expect. Or if an area is a little bit shaded or has a waterway, this is what you would ideally see. So it's for you to also go out and do a little bit more research. I had promised to go to the area once I'm back to Nairobi. So hopefully, once I'm back, I should be able to do probably an aerial video, and maybe be able to showcase the entire path of the water until it reaches the dam. So again, thank you very much for your indulgence into this video. And as always, keep liking, commenting. Thank you so much for the interaction that you've been sharing, and continue to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. I think I'm currently at 180 subscribers, on the road to 1000. So please share these videos if you find them useful and provide information. And I will be able to release them to you. So thank you and have a beautiful day.